Hey folks, Joyce here, certified health coach. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today we're going to explore the humble radish. So this is a flavor bomb of a root vegetable in that it has a lot of peppery flavor, has heat and freshness all in one, so it's a really great way to jazz up those dishes. You will learn how to prep and cut them 5 different ways from leaf to root. And special shout out to my sister for this amazing sweater. It's hand knit from Peru. It has rows of vegetables, perfect for my series, Eat 3 or More Veggies a Day. As you can tell, the first row is radish. That's why I'm wearing it today. All right, so guys, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already and watch all the way to the end for kitchen tips and also figuring out what a serving size looks like on a plate. Let's get started. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is to cut the stems off, all right? And we'll put the stems in a strainer like that. And then we're going to remove the greens, put it to the side, and add the radishes. Wash it with cold water and use one of these brushes to brush the radishes. Put it to the side so it stays nice and clean. It's nice and dirty. We're going to get rid of that water. Let's fill it up again one more time with cold water and rinse off the radishes in here. Beautiful. All right, we'll set them aside. Now let's wash the greens. Pick out any leaves that look yellowish in color and discard those. If you have a compost bin, great. If not, that's okay. As you can tell, it's pretty dirty in the water, so we're going to rinse it off again until the water runs clear. And I'm not sure if you guys can see, but there's dirt right here. So we're going to keep continuing to rinse this off. All right, that looks pretty good. This is a salad spinner that I'm going to use to dry out the radish leaves. Here are the wash and scrub radishes, and as you can tell, there are so many shapes and sizes here, but we'll use it to our advantage. On the smaller end of the spherical shaped radish, I recommend keeping this whole so you can roast it as is. Next level up is more of the medium sized radish, also spherical in shape. I recommend this to be cut in half. It could be roasted or kept raw. And then the next size up, which is more of a larger spherical shape, I recommend this to be quartered in, also left raw, perfect for a crudité actually. And then we're moving on to more of the oblong shaped ones. This would be perfect for slicing it into thin circles with a knife. And as you can tell, it is a little bit longer. So you can get more circles with this shape of a radish. And then next up we have a larger size radish, and also very long. This is perfect for cutting into thin strips. And lastly, I also recommend using an oblong shaped radish for making paper thin circles using the mandolin. If you like what you're seeing so far, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the little bell next to it to stay updated on future videos as soon as they come out. Also connect with me on Instagram and Facebook at Kala Health and Wellness. And if you are interested in a free consult, just email me jm@kalahealthandwellness.com. All right, so just keeping it whole, let's cut off the stem right here and the root. Okay, those are for our whole. Then having it, let's just cut off the stem again and the root, and we'll stabilize it on the cut side down and cut it down the middle. There are your halves. Okay. Next up is we're going to cut this in quarters. All right, and stabilize it on the cut side down here. If it's not stable, go ahead and cut it again so you have a stable base. Perfect. All right, we'll cut it down the middle. All right, and hold it together and cut it again into quarters. All right, next up is cutting this into circles, and we'll cut off the top and the bottom. All right, and we're going to cut a small sliver down here so that we have a stable base. See, now it's not rolling. And then we're just going to use our knuckles as a knife guide, making sure our thumb is behind it all. And we're cutting it into small slices, thin slices, or you can cut it into thick slices. Really, it is your preference. Okay. To get to the end, no worries. Please don't be a hero and no need to cut yourself. Next up, we're going to do the same thing and cut it into strips. Cut it down the middle here, stable base. And then let's just cut it cut side down, like that. And let's stack them together. Nice thin strips. Okay, and also we can use this to cut it in semicircles if you'd like. Again, the thickness depends on you. So that's kind of like a bonus cut right there. And here's our mandolin. And I'm using my cut glove. Again, I'm orienting the mandolin so that I can see the blade and it's pointing down and away from me. And I'm just slicing it, pressing it down, and pressing it through. All right, let's take a look. And there we go. Well, it's surprising to see that I was able to cut it much skinnier than the 1.5 millimeters by hand, but this could be because I cut a lot of vegetables. So if not, please look for an insert that's maybe 1 millimeter. Maybe that could be thinner than this. But yeah, here are our 5 cuts. Just a reminder, this video is part of the series Eat 3 or More Veggies a Day, so you can eat more veggies for your body and the planet. Playlist is above and in the description below. And check out my sister's store on Poshmark if you're looking for other vintage finds. While we're working on the roots, the leaves were drying, so here we go. Let's just take a bunch of them and we're going to just cut them into small slices like that. But cutting it in this way will help us cut the stem as well. We're gonna saute it with some olive oil and garlic. Really keeping it simple, but nutrition packed. I pan roasted a cup of the quartered radishes and it actually went down to about 3/4, so I'm going to put that here on a non-starchy vegetable side of the plate. And the greens actually went down from 4 to 1 cup when wilted, so I'm only putting in half a cup of the wilted greens here. And there you have it. This is what a serving size looks like of the quartered radish on the plate and a serving size of the wilted greens. This should definitely help you guys get closer to your 3 or more veggies a day goal. And there you have it, 5 different ways to cut up this root vegetable. Hopefully y'all are inspired to change things up a little bit with a little help from the radish. Let me know what you end up making in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share, or hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you have, thank y'all so much. See y'all next week. And remember, you deserve to be happy and healthy.